ang Akbayan, founded by the most reputable political analyst today, ang napakagwapong si Ronald Llamas, listed here as a political party, not a party list, walang natanggap na donation. Pero may ginastos na 18,188,000 pesos. Eh nung 2010 na, may nalista silang donor na patay na. Tapos may barangay chairman daw na nag-donate ng 500,000 pesos. Really? Na-question ba sila? No. Ang dami-dami ng kaduda-duda eh. Yung NUP, walang nakalagay dito na natanggap na donation. Liberal Party, 2.85 million pesos ang tinanggap na cash contribution. Ang total na ginastos, 2.85 million pesos. Talo pa sila ng Kabataan Party List, 3.5 million pesos ang natanggap na cash donation. Wag ka! Ang Akbayan, walang natanggap na donation. Pero may ginastos na 18,188,000 pesos. But honestly speaking, is there really a 100% accurate and honest source? Comelec, welcome to the show. If there is one place in this country where politics should never dictate decisions, dito yan sa Comelec. But we all know that that's not how things actually work. At kung magpapasurvey tayo ngayon, tanungin natin ang mga Pilipino, magbigay kayo ng 5 government agencies na inyong pinagkakatiwalaan. I'm willing to bet Comelec would not even get a single vote. And that's nobody else's fault except the people there, because the office allows itself to be used. Nagpapagamit kasi kayo. Sabi sa Omnibus Election Code, whether you are an individual or a company, kung may kontrata ka with the government, including construction projects, bawal kang mag-contribute o mag-donate sa kampanya ng mga kandidato. And it's very easy to understand why. Gustong iwasan ng batas na yung mga politiko ay magkaroon ng utang na loob sa mga contractors na pwedeng maging dahilan para ma-compromise kapag nanalo na sila. And when I say contractors, I mean lahat. Hindi lang yung mga sa construction. Pasok din yung service providers, goods providers, and anyone na kailangan ng legislative franchise para mag-operate. Katulad ng kuryente, media, telcos, mga bus company, tolls, mga kailangan ng permit like minahan, etc., etc. Ibig sabihin, basically, lahat ng oligarchs at elites sa bansa bawal mag-donate. But let's be realistic. Most politicians are the elites, and major political parties are backed by oligarchs. So lahat na bawal? This is the extent of the conversation that propagandists will not take you to, because their narrative will fall apart. The National Unity Party, o NUP, is backed by Enrique Razon Jr. May-ari ng Soler, Prime Infra, na nag-ooperate ng Malampaya Gas Project at may control and chairmanship ng Manila Water, ICTSI, na nag-ooperate ng mga ports sa bansa, etc., etc. Ang Nationalista, backed by Manuel Villar, may-ari ng Prime Water and Prime Asset Ventures Incorporated, na may hawak ng concession for the Muntinlupa Cavite Expressway, among many others. Ang Nationalist People's Coalition or NPC, na ang backer naman ay si Ramon Ang, whose San Miguel Corporation has several major contracts with the government, including the 170.6 billion to 25-year concession agreement to rehabilitate and operate NAIA. May large-scale infra projects such as the new Manila International Airport in Bulacan and the Metro Rail Transit Line 7 o MRT 7, and has a public-private partnership with the Quezon City government to clean up local rivers. Again, among many others. Mga major political parties pa lang yan, ha? We are not even talking about politicos who actually own companies or yung mga kapamilya nila na may mga kontrata with the government. So what? We'll just ignore all of that. The interpretation of the law that prohibits these people from donating to any campaign is very restrictive and unrealistic. And whoever tries to argue na ganito siya dapat mag-apply are either naive or are sinungaling. Now back to Escudero, Lupiano, and the 30 million peso donation. The Omnibus Election Code does prohibit individuals and companies with government contracts from donating to any campaign. However, that prohibition only applies to the individual kapag ang kontrata with the government ay nasa pangalan nila at hindi sa pangalan ng kumpanya. Donation ay galing sa pera ng kumpanya mismo, or if the person is acting on behalf of the company, yun ang bawal. But in their personal capacity, gamit ang sarili nilang pera, pwede silang mag-donate. Even if a person owns almost all of the shares of a company, sa mata ng batas, hiwalay na entity pa din ang kumpanya sa mga may-ari nito. And it does not erase the corporation's own identity. Nilinaw na yan ng Supreme Court. In Macleod versus NLRC, sabi ng korte, even full ownership of a corporation is not enough reason to treat the company and the owner as the same. So you can call it a loophole, but in practical terms, this interpretation makes sense. Because if the rule automatically banned all owners, shareholders, or investors from donating, the law would become very impossible to implement. If ownership alone were enough to trigger prohibition, then a lot of Filipinos na may shares sa mga companies, di ba, mga partnerships, including yung mga kaibigan at kapamilya ng mga kandidato will be banned from participating in campaign donations. And that would be unworkable and unreasonable. Magsisinungaling na lang silang lahat. It's just surprising that in the case of Lupiano and Escudero, Comelec actually went down the path it did and made this bigger than it actually is. Nag-alat ng resources para sakyan ang narrative na ito, even though they know that not only is this not bawal per se, almost everyone also does it. Even though may mga mas mahalaga at urgent na matters na dapat nilang pagtuunan ng pansin or pag-aralan. Whether or not Centerways eventually bagged contracts dahil sa donation na yan ni Lupiano in 2022 is immaterial here. Wala sa mandato ng Comelec na imbestigahan yan, especially not 3 years after the donation was done. Trabaho yan ng Ombudsman, ng COA, ng DOJ o ng NBI, hindi ng Comelec. Dahil kung gagawing issue ito, silipin na din natin yung ibang mga nag-donate sa kampanya ng mga politiko mula sa personal nilang pera at direktang nakinabang eventually dahil nabigyan ng posisyon sa gobyerno. Huwag na tayong lumayo. Anton Lagdameo, who's now Special Assistant to the President, donated 247.3 million pesos sa kampanya ni BBM. Mel Robles, who was eventually appointed General Manager of PCSO, donated 30 million pesos. Kung sa mga contractors lang, Mr. Rodolfo Hilot Jr. of Rudil Construction and Enterprises Incorporated donated 20 million pesos sa presidential campaign ni BBM. And bagged 3.22 billion pesos worth of flood control projects and close to 10.78 billion pesos for a total of 227 projects for the same period of 2022 to 2025. Kirante Construction donated 1 million pesos to BBM's presidential campaign. Between 2022 and 2025, his company bagged 76 flood control projects worth 6.77 billion pesos and an overall total of 185 projects worth 12.58 billion pesos. Jonathan is the nephew of Mr. Alan Kirante of QM Builders na kasama sa top 5 flood control contractors. For comparison, ang 888 na nasa top 15 list ni BBM may total flood control projects worth 6.38 billion pesos between 2022 to 2025 and a total of 9.67 billion pesos para sa lahat ng mga kontrata nila. Mas malaki pa ang nakuha ng Kirante Construction kaysa sa 888 pero wala sa top 50. And that, of course, is a whole different matter, and it's up to you what conclusion to draw from that. I'm just presenting numbers I got from the DPWH database. But, like I said, if you are to look into one case, you should be willing to look into others. Otherwise, you cannot blame us if isipin namin na talagang politically motivated ang inquiry na ito. Not only is there nothing legally stopping Escudero's team from accepting the donation, he also declared it in his Statement of Contributions and Expenditures o SOSE. Doon pa lang, natanggal na yung element ng mali siya sa pagtanggap ng donation. I know it is in the mandate of COMELEC na i-check yung katotohanan ng mga declaration ng mga kandidato sa SOSE nila. But honestly speaking, is there really a 100% accurate and honest SOSE? Doon nga lang sa mga naka-upload sa COMELEC website mismo, ang dami-dami ng kaduda-duda eh. Yung NUP, backed by Ricky Razon, 92,864 ang declared na gastos na napunta sa rent ng headquarters. Walang nakalagay dito na natanggap na donation. Sino ba ang mga officers ng NUP? Ronaldo Puno, Romeo Aco, and Christine Boying Remulla na ngayon ay ating ombudsman. I mean, baka naman, di ba, may attachment na kasama yung SOSE na yan. I don't know. This is just what's on the website of COMELEC at pinapakita ko lang kung ano yung nakuha natin. Liberal Party, 2.85 million pesos ang tinanggap na cash contribution. 12,500 pesos in kind. Ang total na ginastos, 2.85 million pesos. Kiko Pangilinan sa Senado, mamamayang liberal sa Kongreso. Amazing! Talo pa sila ng Kabataan Party List. 3.5 million pesos ang natanggap na cash donation. Diba? Wag ka! Ang Akbayan, founded by the most reputable political analyst today, ang napakagwapong si Ronald Llamas, listed here as a political party, not a party list, walang natanggap na donation. Pero may ginastos na 18,188,000 pesos. Again, ito lang ang naka-upload sa COMELEC website. Baka naman may mga attachment pa yan na hindi natin alam. But I don't see why it won't get reflected here. Yung mga donation na natanggap nila. But at this point, who even cares anymore? Noong 2010 na, may nalista silang donor na patay na. Tapos may barangay chairman daw na nag-donate ng 500,000 pesos. Really? Na-question ba sila? No? Naparusahan ba sila? Another no? And I'm not saying dahil backer nila that time ang Aquino family, but I will say na backer nila that time ang Aquino family. Again, who cares anymore if these people lie on their SOSE? Of course, we want them to be honest, but are they really?